The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, so hold on, pumpkins. Hold on a second. We're talking about.
Oh, jeez, Brian.
Damn, it's not me. It's the damn computer, man.
You really think it's not you?
It is not me. These computers need to be unplugged and started back up again. That's how you fix computers pretty much these days. You know what I mean?
Well, then why haven't you unplugged it ever?
Because I can't. We're here. If I unplug it, then everything goes off the
Do
air.
it. It's like a little breaky. Little breaky break. Fix it up.
Kenzie, run out and get a bagel and cream cheese.
Sounds good to me.
So we're talking about the Halloween costume that I took back to Halloween City. Now, I took back a part of it, the parrot, for $13 of a pirate costume. And they actually said, come back today. Come back today, and you can return it because their registers wouldn't let them do it yesterday. You can't do it 7 days prior, which didn't make any sense to me in case the producer we were there, because why wouldn't everybody just return everything?
Somebody texted in and said, today it's probably going to be Christmas City, and they're going to be like, we're sorry, our registers can't compute Halloween decor anymore.
Jessica checked in from Wakanda, which said, I think you're just going to get store credit. Good luck with that next year. That would be the most soul-crushing thing to get $13 store credit for next year's Halloween.
What do you want to come out of this? Do you think you're getting $13 in cash back?
$13 cash is even be better back on my credit card. Cash in my hand would feel so good.
Okay, none of this is happening.
We'll find out today.
The store's not going to be there. You're going to waste gas money. That's what's going to happen
A couple
today.
people are asking if you'll donate it to God Bless the Gravy once you get it back.
If I get the $13 of the parrot back, I will definitely put it right into God Bless the Gravy. Add it to my already donations I put on there, by the way. I'll put it on there. $13 can, how many meals will that do for God Bless the Gravy?
Well, that's a weird number.
I know.
It would be 39.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job, girl.
You very much. I have to break numbers into groupings of 10 as much as I can, and then go from there.
Well, $1 gets you 3 meals at God Bless the Gravy, our food drive. It's at Q101.com to help the Greater Chicago Food Depository, so do that. Dan's checking in. Dan Ahoy from Hangover Park.
Ahoy, guys.
What's going on?
Nah, same old stuff, different day.
Uh-huh.
Vibes. Bro, vibes. I totally feel that.
Yeah. Boss makes $1, we make a dime. But
Period.
back in the 2000s, I was a teller, and you would always have people coming in 6:01, 6:02 to the drive-thru trying to get a last-minute transaction, and we would tell them, "Oh no, sorry, we're closed." La la la, and they would beg and plead, and if they kept going, we always had Old Reliable that we'd pull out and say, "Listen, we're really sorry, but our server disconnects from the network at 6 o'clock, and we can't process any more transactions." And then that would typically be the end of it, and they'd give up and drive off. And, we wanted to close our drawer and get home and whatnot. So,
sure.
Unfortunately, we had to pull that out to get our way out.
So you're saying that
like a charm.
So you're saying this guy lied to me?
Probably a good shot.
Okay.
A good chance. And I got to be honest, Dan sounds experienced. He sounds like he's got it.
Yeah, I think so.
Can I just say...
A compliment in the morning. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Dan's got it, baby. I have to tell you, so my mom is the sassiest when it comes to making sure things go the way she wants it to, like at a store.
Yeah.
She's the number one sass queen, and it makes you uncomfortable. I usually walk away. Like, if we're at a grocery store and something rings up and she's like, I'm pretty sure those cherry tomatoes are 20 cents off today. I'm so uncomfortable. I always leave.
I like your mom. Frugal.
So we went, when we were in North Carolina, she went to a store called Great Buy, and she bought a dress, okay? And she tried to return it later, I think still with like the receipt and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, sorry, like this was a sale item. You can't return it. And she got so angry, and I was so good. She goes, well, this store should be called Goodbye because I'm never coming back.
Oh, God, I love it. I love
and
it.
I'm like, the 13-year-old at the counter is like, okay.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. I think everybody at one time or another in their life made a trip to the Rainforest Cafe when it was downtown. Celebratory things for graduation. It's a family restaurant right there in the heart by the Rock and Roll McDonald's. And
R.I.P. to the Big Frog. You know what I'm saying?
oh, man. When it closed,
Went out.
that's so bummed. So bummed when that place closed. That was one of the places just ran its course, I guess. I mean, you got the Blues Bar over there, too. It's such a cool little area of, hey, it's a great family restaurant. It was always fun to go to, and it closed. So it was closed for quite a while, and I think about last year they announced they were going to put a marijuana dispensary right in the old Rainforest Cafe restaurant in River
Which
North.
I just wasn't excited about. Like, I think it's really good that it's legal. I think that the money coming into the state, I just think that people shouldn't be locked up for marijuana. There's other things to be locked up for, all that. Okay.
I agree.
So that's all good, but I'm like, it's a huge building and it's a fun building, and I don't want that to go away and be like painted white with like a big e-cigarette on the side, neon sign.
An
I'm like,
e-cigarette on the side.
I'm like, oh, like it's so cool looking, and there's only so many things downtown that really are like more of a family fun environment.
Also a Chicago iconic thing.
Yeah, it's like I don't want it to like. I don't even know what dispensary is supposed to go there, so it's not even a slight to any of one in particular. I don't want it to just be a dispensary. Like I wouldn't want it to be anything bland at all, like a department store, or like I want it to be something fun that you want to go do. I'm sure a few people are like, that is something fun that I want to go do, but
yeah,
there's a lot of dispensaries now, a lot.
There are, and like to your point, yeah, it's legal, it's great, it should be available. But I just think that place. My thought was they weren't going to really do what you're talking about. They were going to actually use the greenery of it to be.
You think so?
I don't know if they can legally do that or not. I don't know who owns the Rainforest Cafe. Like, what do you call it? The intellectual property, the frog.
But it depends if you already have a certain dispensary. Okay, like Sunnyside's a good example.
Yep.
They like the white buildings with orange trim and they paint the sun. So I don't know who bought this, but for branding purposes, you'd probably keep it consistent with your other stores.
Correct. Well, it's all been put to a stop because owners of a nearby dispensary on Clark Street, which is kind of over there by Maggiano's, is fighting it because there's a law with all these dispensaries that I didn't know was happening. It's if you're 1,500 feet of each other, you got to be further than that. 1,500 feet.
That's a good call. We don't need one. They don't need to be up like Starbucks.
Well, that's what it is. That's crazy to think that only 1,500 feet separates dispensaries in Chicago. Now, I don't know what the suburb rules are, if it's the same way, because it's a state law, and it is Illinois state law. So it can be in Schaumburg, it could be in Naperville, it could be in Downers Grove, where your dispensaries are. They can't be closer than 1,500 feet. And that one on Clark Street probably is. That's the Green Rose dispensary on, it's actually on North Wells.
Okay.
Whereas Rainforest is on Clark Street in the same block, the 600 block. So they're fighting it. They're suing, saying they can't do that and can't put it up there. So it's all on hold now. And maybe it won't happen at all because that is the state law with dispensaries.
Right. And how's that going to just go away?
I don't know. So now, let's say that it goes back to being a restaurant, maybe, Rainforest Cafe. How about putting a restaurant back in there?
Like a fun restaurant. Whatever goes there, I want to have it have the same energy.
If I was a restaurateur, I'd just buy it like it is and reopen it like it was.
So you do?
Yeah, the frog, all the greenery.
The frog's gone.
Oh, that's right. They did take the frog out of there.
They took the frog away.
I don't go down that way very often, that street.
Frog's gone, baby.
Oh, crap. Who got the frog?
I don't know. And like, why rip that frog off and then you left all the trees up and stuff? There's just like a real big thing against frogs.
Yeah. Well, we'll follow the story as it goes along. But I'm just, to your point on dispensaries, is there stuff there's just too much of? Like you say, Starbucks. When you see, I can't believe the amount of nail salons that are around the city. There's one in every little corner. Is there that many women getting their nails done?
Yes, but they're also small. Like think about those aren't taking up. I hate like massive businesses, repetitive, because like most dispensaries are really large.
Yeah,
they're not like little quaint shops anymore.
They can't sneak them in.
And they're like these huge, and it's like I don't want one every block of these. It's boring.
Yeah.
I need a little spice in my life.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what's on the next block.
Yeah, it just feels like lately sometimes you go around and it's every block is the same. I don't know if you guys feel the same way when you go on your neighbor. Like, is there too much of something in your neighborhood and you want to chime in on it? 312-591-8300. Certainly the dispensaries, every 1,500 feet, with all the buildings and businesses that are going out and those big places like a Bed Bath & Beyond or whatever, just like Halloween City we're just talking about. They just take those over for a little while and do it. But yeah, a dispensary every 1,500 feet is a bit much.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. They should have made it like triple that, maybe 10,000 feet.
I just don't think you need that many because they are large. They're not like quaint little shops.
Can stoners not drive just a little bit further?
Well, not if they're stoned, that'd be inappropriate.
I guess I see the problem there now.
Do you see it?
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, we're just talking about the fight of the Rainforest Cafe downtown. It's been closed for a couple of years, and it was supposed to be a dispensary. Now there's a lawsuit from another dispensary that's 1,500 feet away, or at least closer than that. That's the state law in Illinois. They can't be closer than that. They have to be that far apart. So far, that dispensary now has, at least the proposed one at Rainforest Cafe, is on hold. But Kenzie brought up that the frog was gone. I forgot it was gone.
They evicted that frog so fast. It was unbelievable.
Cody checked in and said it was last seen in the parking lot at 143rd and Cicero. The frog. It's
Yo,
just
where Cha-Cha at? If somebody knows where he is.
Is it just sitting? If anybody lives in that area, 143rd and Cicero, is it sitting in a parking lot down there, the frog?
This is scare the hell out of you driving down the road. You see those big ass eyes.
I want to put a bid on that frog. I think it's new Q101.
Where would you put it, Brian?
Why? I have an apartment.
Bend over and I'll show you.
Ow. All right, coming up, head to headlines. You choose the content based on the headlines alone right after Weezer.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for Head to Headlines, where we read two headlines, and based on the headline alone, we read that story, and you decide. Headline number one or headline number two. You text that in, the 312-591-8300. The kicker is we'll never talk about the other story again. It's gone. So Case came up with both these stories, so he wins either way on this one. But again, you choose 312-591-8300, headline number one or two.
Okay.
Here's headline number one. Man drinks four Lokos, destroys gate, and forces Nashville airport to shut down. If you want to hear more about that, text in headline number one, but not before you hear headline number two, which is this. Man steals boxers and sunflower seeds after wandering around evangelical Christian school for 11 hours. Do you understand
Why was
it?
he there?
Well, that's the thing. See, we're not telling you more information now. You have to decide what story you want to hear more about right now, and you being the listeners at 312-591-8300. Text in headline number one or headline number two. Kenzie seems a little bit intrigued by headline number two.
I'm a little confused by both of them.
Okay.
I'm a little confused.
Well, that's the thing. It's just a headline. So you just got to go by your gut. Well, which
Can
one
you
you want?
say it one more time?
Okay.
I only half listened. So.
I know. Here, listen more carefully now. Headline number one. Man drinks four Lokos, destroys gate, and forces Nashville airport to shut down. Now you like it more? Headline number two. Man steals boxers and sunflower seeds after wandering around evangelical Christian school for 11 hours.
That's just weird.
Well, they're both a little weird.
From where? Where did he steal? Like,
Okay,
lockers?
you're asking questions. We don't talk about the story until one's chosen. And we'll never talk about the other story. So you better choose wisely here. At 312-591-8300. Headline number one or headline number two? You guys decide the content of Brian and Kenzie on Q101 after Bush.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Head to headlines. We read you two headlines. You decide the content of the show by just texting in headline number one or headline number two. And here we go. Add them all up. First off, to remind you what the headlines were. Headline number one. Man drinks four Lokos, destroys gate, and forces the Nashville airport to shut down. That was headline number one. Headline number two. Man steals boxers and sunflower seeds after wandering around evangelical Christian school for 11 hours. Kenzie was very weirded out by that story and confused.
Yeah, that sounds a little more concerning. Somebody texted in and said, both these suck, Case.
Oh, they're both cases headlines
Case
on this one.
works hard.
God, that sucks to hear. Okay, all right. Oh, no.
Yeah, do better, Case.
Jesus.
Wow, this is an angry person, maybe. Just maybe. I think. Well, what one was the first headline, by the way, but it was a lot of both. It was a close vote on this one, but so you win, Case. You're okay.
Well, this is a participation trophy, Brian. It doesn't count as a win.
Only two people said both sucked.
Was it you and a texter?
They're like, this is the worst. I'm like, I know. I text back all these people voting.
Well, you know what my dad said when he was
Preacher choir, baby.
when I was 6 years old, my dad said, if you don't have haters, you ain't popping.
He also said, I'm not here to be liked.
That's true, too.
A policy that you've adopted quite well.
Yeah, fair. Here, I got a job to do, and here it is, to read the story about headline number one, which won the vote in Head to Headlines. So coming from Nashville, Tennessee, here we go. A man was arrested for destroying a gate at a private hangar near the Nashville International Airport after driving into it several times, according to the arrest report. We can just start there.
Okay.
Somehow he drove his car into the airport grounds and drove it into a hangar several times.
How is it possible to get your car onto the runway?
Well, have you not played Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, but that's not exactly real.
But it's pretty realistic.
It's
Like, Brian can pimp slap somebody on there, but I don't think you can pimp slap somebody in real life.
I'd like to see it, though.
I couldn't pimp slap anybody.
know.
You
There's
don't
no-
have the guts to do it?
I would love to, but I can't do
You
it.
would love to.
There's a list.
You wish you could teach Megan like a lesson.
No. Anyway, let's move on. Let's find out how the car got on there. It might be in the story. On Wednesday, the Metro Nashville Police were called to a single-car crash at 603 Hangar Lane, was the name of where the hangar was in the airport. Very appropriate.
There you go.
When officers arrived, they found a black Nissan Altima that drove into the vehicle gate that leads to the airfield. And according to the report, there were no occupants in the car. Police said they found several open cans of Four Loko. Now, I thought Four Loko was banned
No.
because it's bad. It's
I
really
think
bad.
it's banned from drinking and driving. Like,
Well,
it's not one of the approved beverages when you're behind the wheel.
Case would know for this for sure. Is it? Can you still buy the one that really was crazy Four Loko?
No, so that's the thing. Because the era of the original Four Loko is just a little bit before people my age started drinking. So I have like heavy nostalgia over the idea of the original Four Loko, which was essentially death in a can.
Yeah.
They had to change the way it was made, make it a little less intense, and now you can still buy it, but it's not the same. Leave the memories alone.
If you don't know what Four Loko is, it's basically an energy drink with alcohol. That's again was the original one was death
And
in a
it's like
can.
15% up. It is like Who Wants to Die?
Yeah.
It should be their like
Yeah.
hashtag.
And then the energy drink part of it keeps you alive from the alcohol that's killing you.
It's unbelievable.
So this guy drank apparently 4. They found several cans of Four Loko in his car. Officers shut down the airfield to find the person responsible because they found the car, but no one was in it. They also wanted to make sure there wasn't a breach of the airfield security. Police said they found Felipe Perez inside one of the private hangars. He was detained, and they noticed he was under the influence. He had red, bloodshot eyes, and he were glossed over, slurred speech, and an alcoholic beverage in his hand. I guess he was kind
Well,
of
that'll do it.
Yeah, it's tough to fight.
easy to find, according to the arrest report.
Hey, look, allergies, my eyes are going to be bloodshot. I'm tired. I'll slur my speech. A Four Loko in hand, it's going to be tough to fight those
open
charges.
one?
Yeah.
Tough.
I mean, did he say, what do you guys want? Is that what he
So,
said?
what? Everybody's so sensitive nowadays.
Can't have fun anymore.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out, guys. What's up?
I just want to know how my toothpaste got confiscated last time I went to the airport, and this guy made it onto the runway with his car. It pisses me off.
Well, as we said in the story, Kenzie, he didn't go through security and TSA. He drove his car through the gate.
Maybe we should tighten up on security in other areas.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, you said he was driving, what, a Nissan Altima?
Yeah.
It's not, he wasn't driving Gravedigger. It
Yeah.
seems like it should be harder to get on the runway with an Altima.
If an Altima can get on the runway, we got a problem.
Really makes you think about what you can do.
Yeah. I don't want anybody getting any ideas out there. This is a bad story. Shouldn't have read this
Listen,
one.
when you're running late to the airport, though, it is stressful.
Hey, is this gate D? Bro, you got to go through TSA first.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Officers said they were able to get the video footage of the incident and saw Perez pulled up to the gate around 1:43 a.m.
That's never good.
So there wasn't anybody around, I don't think. Not many. I've been to Nashville Airport. It's not huge. And he was messing with the keypad. So he pulled up to the gate. He didn't drive through it. He was trying to figure out the code.
He probably thought he was at his house. This happened to somebody. This happened to somebody who works here recently. They saw and they live in an apartment, but they have a Ring doorbell camera on the outside of their apartment door.
Yeah.
And a guy was trying to get into his our friend's apartment at night. He thought it was his own place. He couldn't get into it, and then he peed on the floor in front of the apartment door.
This happened to somebody here?
Yeah, it's happened to Pants.
Oh, God. I was going to say, don't say his name, but
No, but
too late.
it's funny.
That is hilarious. So then he messed with the keypad for a while when they watched the video. Then shortly after, Perez drove his car into the gate 4 times. And then he left his car, and then he ran toward the airfield. After he broke through the gate, he left the car there and ran. So,
Well, it's a runway.
yeah.
What's he supposed to do?
Perez told police he drank 4 Lokos and was driving his nephew to get some of his belongings where he was working before driving to the gate. That's unfortunate.
Was he working at the airport?
No, he just did another errand before he got to the airport. Perez said after the crash, he got scared and ran away. The nephew was with him. And then the nephew got scared when he started crashing through the gate in the car.
Well, that would be terrible.
And then the nephew got out of the car. Thank God.
You know what? It's like you ask somebody for one favor.
Hey, man, can you just give me to my house to get some belongings? Uncle.
It's so annoying. You can't count on anybody.
Oh, that's terrible. Uncle Felipe couldn't finish the job there. The nephew just went running down the street at 1:40 in the morning then. Poor kid. All right, so the Nashville International Airport Maintenance Department said the estimated damage to the gate cost about $30,000.
I don't think his insurance is going to cover that. I don't think that's in there.
Hey, you got to call Flo from Progressive, see what she can do about this one. Bad luck.
Finally, he was arrested and booked on driving under the influence, airport and aircraft security, open container, underage consumption. I don't know if he's underage. It didn't say his age.
Well, the nephew, maybe.
He ran.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if they catch up to him.
He's like, I do not want to be in a I really don't.
He's not my uncle. Vandalism. They also charged him with evading on foot. Driving on a suspended license of all things,
That's
too.
unfortunate.
What the hell?
That's going to be the censure right there. Because you can't be like, before this night, I was super responsible. And that's not a good look.
Everybody makes one mistake. Oh, wait, I have a suspended license.
Yeah, I've had this for 4 years. It's not going to help. It's not going to help at all.
And listen, that was had the headlines. Case, I don't care what those texters said. That was a great story.
Thanks, Brian.
I'm glad I heard more about
We
that.
care about you, Case.
Yeah.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, every morning around this time, Gil Curtis comes in and gives you headlines, or at least what he thinks are important.
This is not headline news. Halloween is history, as your diet is if you raided your kids' trick-or-treat candy after they went to bed last night. A tarantula is being blamed for a car crash in Death Valley. What was a tarantula doing driving in the first place? Cup Noodles is switching its cups from styrofoam to paper. It's part of their strategy to get as much hot soup on your lap as possible. Experts say yoga treats depression. But the problem is when you spend $150 on yoga pants at Lululemon, you're depressed again. And Jimmy Buffett's band will continue touring despite his death. Let us know how that goes, responded the Heartbreakers. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, reminding you today especially to help us out on God Bless the Gravy, our food drive for the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Now it's online, Q101.com. There's a tab, a button right for it on the top. Hit that and then go to the food drive to donate whatever you can. As we've said all along, we get it. Times are super tough. But whatever you can do, $1, just $1, it's 3 meals. So put $10, $20, $100 if you're a business and did well, or maybe you just did well. We've had people donate up to $500 individually, which is crazy. And we're only $450 roughly away from 10,000 meals.
Ooh, yay.
Yeah, we're trying to get to 30,000 before Thanksgiving. But anything you can do, we've done already 66,000 meals over the last couple of years. We want to make it over 100,000 meals when we finish off this year. So some great people donating and putting these nice messages up.
I know. So I think this is so cute. So Nick Lambert donated, and he said, my wife and I celebrated 5 years of wonderful marriage today. But I think this was from yesterday. Anyway, I love you more every single day, Tabitha. The life and purpose you've given me is everything I could ever want in this world. Happy anniversary. And isn't that...
Oh...
I'm going to go home and yell at my husband. I just feel like that's so cute that I have to be mad at him.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's what's amazing about our donation page is, we ask for donations and some people just put the money up and that's it. Like Catherine did $105 recently, didn't say anything. Just some people are anonymous. But these messages have become stories. And we have talked about, hey, if you're a business and you want to donate, we'll give you plugs. Why not? We don't care. It's for charity. And Jim checked in and donated some money last night. He says, as a Marine, I have seen veterans use this food drive and happy to donate, the Greater Chicago Food Depository. They distribute to 800 food banks, so it's not just Chicago. It's anywhere you live. Anywhere you can hear us, that helps. He said, I'm also a local small business owner. Garage Store is a designer and installer of custom garage organization solutions and concrete coating systems. We offer full-service, insured, professional in-house contractors for drywall, painting, organization installs, concrete coating systems. Garage Store. It's garage-store.com. And he said, I think they're awesome. I think they're the best that ever did it. That's what I think. I don't know for sure.
Based off all your personal experience.
Yeah. I don't have a garage, I don't know. But if you're interested in a garage makeover, hit them up. Garage-store.com. Boom. That's it. Adam's been texting in, too, from AC/DC Closets, donating almost every day. He takes it when you say
That
Q101
is so
to him.
cool that he's decided to do that.
He chose $22 as what he can do, and that's awesome. And he's done it several times. So I don't even know how many hundreds of dollars he's already donated. These businesses out there that keep helping and individuals, you are making a huge difference. So please go to Q101.com. Right there on the page at the top, it says, God bless the gravy. Very easy. And whatever you can do, you know exactly where your money's going. It's going to help people. $1, 3 meals. It doesn't get better than that.
No. I mean, I suppose if it was $1 and 4 meals, but
Okay, that's the only way.
$1 and 3 meals.
It's the only way it could be better. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.